Life, Tuesday Night Live. What's going on, guys? Hello, hello. Amanda, what's up? Matt Christopher, hello, hello. We have a few padded night vision cases going out tomorrow. Padded hearing protection. Looks like day pack side pouches. Looks like boot bags. Jonathan Cam, what's up? Keith Litz, what's going on? Iridium Group, what's up? Some H harnesses going out. Anybody get a tracking number today? Anybody get tracking today or yesterday? More H sets. What are these? 3-mag shingles. How's the weather? It's about 100 degrees. It is completely dry and extremely hot. I have all kinds of shit dying. Not animals, but plants and stuff just fucking dying. Tracking, Jeremy, right on. No, right on. Tiger Paw, what up? Gary Johnson, how are you? LW of Jax, what's up? RDD, what's going on? Did a live feed today with Nicole Sauce and Jack Spearco. It's on the YouTube channel. Here's 3-mag shingles right here. Multicam black going. We've also got multicam floating around somewhere. Sling and lunch sack, right on. We shipped a ton of slings yesterday and today. Here again, while it looks the same as yesterday, I assure you that it is not. Here are orders going out tomorrow, as well as all these and all of these. Staley, what's up? This is the new shirt right here for this week. It says, fuck around and find out. It's kind of subdued. You could probably wear it. Nobody would really look twice at it, probably. Rabbits decimated our watermelons. Now the squirrels are harvesting our tomatoes. Man, I've never had that problem. But I mean, everything I have is raised beds. And I have dogs around those. All right, guys, what do we want to discuss? Huge decrease in butterflies. Yeah, I think that I have, man. I think that I have. My wife and I were discussing today while looking at a butterfly bush with no butterflies. Yeah, I think you're correct. I do notice that. Steve Wong, what's up? Talked about the cost of watering and forgetting to turn it off. I'm guessing you have a well. No, we're on city water here. City water. City water. It wouldn't cost anything if it was a well. Great Wolf, what's up? Started 75 hard yesterday. Drinking enough water is the biggest change. And forgetting to take the photo. The photo, I hear a lot of people, it's the photo that fucks them up. Spags, what's up, man? How are you? Could you possibly use your pond to irrigate? Sure, except we're going to drop the pond, right? There's a body of water there. Yeah, we could. What do I think about power outages this summer? I don't know. I mean, even when I lived in California and they were having rolling brownouts, we didn't ever see a rolling brownout. And living here in Tennessee, I'm really not too concerned with it. I mean, if you stop and think, TAC 556, about all the shit they've thrown at us over the last 3 or 4 years, did it directly affect you? And I mean, maybe it did. I don't know your situation, but none of it fucking affected me. I mean, none of it. Like none, zero. Sam Crack, he owns exotic cars with convertible tops. No, I've never seen it. Reading was my biggest hurdle, always my last thing, and there was a couple times I almost fell asleep. Yeah, I'll bet, man. I fall asleep if I read just a page of anything. It's very rare that I read anything. Lone Star, what's up? Byron Roberts, what's going on? Would it be ironic if Trump got Grindr out of Russia? I don't know what that means. Order for Ultra Maga kit bag, right on. There's 50 of you on here and only 30 thumbs up, guys. Come on. Had to pull the plug. The prices on a chainsaw are too much. What were you going to get? What were you thinking you were after? LW Jax 299 days recommendation. It's I enjoy it, man. When you go to audiobooks, there's like 2 books that are missing out of there. It's not sequenced right. Definitely worth listening to. I went back to re-listen to it, and it was just kind of a jumbled mess on the audiobooks for some reason. So I kind of jumped around a little bit, and I wasn't good for a second listen. Really enjoyed it when I listened to it. Good way to pass the time, have something in your ear. And it's entertaining for sure. But one thing I took away out of there, actually it wasn't even that series of books. It was the Coming Home or Going Home series. The alpaca. I'd always meant to buy a kerosene cooktop, and never had. And when I was listening to that book series, that was in there, and I thought, I can buy this now. And I went and bought a couple of them. Fat Nuts, what's up, man? Harvest first batch of potatoes after learning a few things here. Thanks for all the tips. Levon, right on, man. Levin. Husky came out with a new saw called the 595. Ran it for an hour. Oh, mama. Sounds big. The biggest deal any of it had on me was to clear traffic the first few days. I enjoyed all the snow staying home. Right on. Not sure what that's a comment towards. I'm not sure what we're talking about there, but awesome. Ordered DeWalt cordless vacuum after you raved about the Milwaukee. I was surprised how powerful it was. I use the thing every day. Right here, man. Love it. I had 2 of them, and I gave one to Nicole. I need to buy another one. RDB. I do top the water off every week or so. I do, yeah. And I just put hose water in there, and it doesn't seem to affect anything. With all the air bubblers we have in each tank, there's 4 big air bubblers, about the size of your hand. It dissipates oxygen. It dissipates chlorine out pretty fast. $95 cc's and a 40. Yeah, it's fucking huge, man. That's huge. Tried to get the author, A American. I'm sure Spags knows him. I'm sure he knows that guy. Somos, what's up, man? How are you? Breaking another stair machine. I can't say that I enjoy the stair machine. I use it occasionally, not as much as I should, but I'm not in love with it. Bought one of those rolling carts from Sam's at the sewing machines. Things pretty damn straight. Yeah, I've got probably 100 of them here. They work awesome. We have them literally all over the place. The name of the body of water close to my shop. It's called Kentucky Lake, aka Tennessee River. We store a lot of meat. Yeah, I have freezers full of meat, man. Full of meat. And I don't use it. We are terrible. When we want to eat, we go eat. Or we have dudes here, like Amanda cooks a couple times a week. Jeremy cooks several times a week. I had leftovers tonight that he had made from a couple days ago. I had chicken curry. So I don't cook. I don't take the time to pull frozen meat out and plan a meal. I never know when I'm going to eat. When I want to eat, within 5 minutes, I'm going to be eating. So yeah, I have freezers full of meat. Nobody fucking uses it here. Nobody. We have it. Should we ever need it, I guess. But I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to plan out a meal. I don't have time to even think a day ahead to defrost anything. I have time. I opt not to use it. My time is way more valuable to me than that. Pellet smoker, right on. Am I set on a sword or would I prefer an axe? The truth is, man, I wouldn't use either one of them. I wouldn't. Axe would probably, I need something that I can use in the kitchen probably. And I have tons of shit. What I need is probably a cleaver. I hack those chickens up with this bigger Wusthof, and it's just not quite enough weight behind it. See, here's leftovers right here. All that shit, that'll go to the animals tomorrow morning. Use collagen. I do use collagen sometimes when I remember to use collagen. I do. I see a lot of stuff saying it's all horseshit. I don't. I mean, I take all kinds of stuff. I couldn't tell you that I notice a difference when I do or that I notice a difference when I don't. I've got tons of different collagens. I'll get on a kick where I take it every day for several weeks. I can't say that it makes me feel better. What smoker grill do we have? Pit Boss. We have a big Pit Boss. And we will leave pellets in there, and the humidity destroys them. It's actually, you can't take a pellet stove and just leave pellets in there and walk away and come back in a month and plan to use that thing. They turn to glue. And our pellet stove, for some reason, it doesn't have like a reverse to clear the tube out. So the reverse is you have to leave it on and let it run. So we're fucking busy. Like, I do not have time to babysit a fucking pellet smoker. My guy Jeremy uses it pretty frequently, and it's been fucked up enough times that we had to buy a new auger. It's a pretty good production to clean that thing out when that happens. Couple cans of gas. What I missed in rotation. 1.5 years old. Would Pry G still work to make it usable? Utterback. I would just fucking put it in your truck, man. I'd put one can. I would take it to the gas station, and when you're filling up, put that thing in, and then top fresh gas on top of it if you're concerned with it. Depends on the can too. If you're in like European, if you're in like NATO metal gas cans, I wouldn't worry about it at all, man. I wouldn't treat it with shit. But if you're in a plastic gas can, then that's a little bit different story, right? It will lose some of the octane, the combustible. Can you smell gas? If you smell gas, then you might want to deal with it. This right here, it literally is in the sun half the day. I don't smell any gas. The fuel in there is probably 90 days old. There's about a half a can of fuel there. And the next time I need to put fuel in something, I will just take gas right from there and dump it in, probably into the lawnmower. What's the purpose of the C8 MCT oil? C8 is supposed to be the only one that will cross the blood-brain barrier. And I look at MCT oil as fuel for your brain. It is fat that your brain runs on. I also don't notice a fucking difference when I take it. I take all this shit, I take a ton of shit. I don't notice a difference. Lots Project, what's up, man? Red plastic cans, been in the barn, use them as you recommend. Yeah, man, I would just take that if you want to get rid of it. Like, are we talking 1 gallon cans or 5 gallon cans? What are we talking about? Take a few gallons of it at a time. Take it to the gas station. When you're going to put fresh fuel in, then dump that fuel in and put some fresh fuel on top of it. I'm sure you'll be fine. What do you do about the pellets? Can you clean them out? Yeah, it's a mess, man. We have to pull the auger out. Don't leave pellets in there is the takeaway from that. I thought I was gonna, yeah, there's an auger right there. That's all, that one's chewed up. Yeah, those gas cans that I just showed, that is from Tractor Supply. I had a motorcycle that sat about 8 years. The gas in the tank was good, but in the carb was not. I'm trying MCD and I'm not a genius. What's better to store, winter gas or summer gas? You want the truth? I don't fucking know. I buy gas when I need gas. When I have extra empty cans or when I've bought more cans, I go fill gas up when new cans come in. You have to have a real honest conversation with yourself about fuel cans. How much fuel do you want to store? Let's say you want 200 gallons of fuel, right? It's very expensive to store fuel in 5-gallon gas cans. If you're going to store it for any length of time, get NATO cans, metal NATO cans. And you're going to pay, $100 a piece, $85 a piece for those things. You could put gas into 55-gallon drums, much, much cheaper. But it's hard to move 55 gallons. You can also get 13 or 15-gallon syrup containers. They look like little blue 55-gallon drums, but you can roll them if you need to. You can put them on their side. You can kind of move them and shimmy them around should you need to. Someone asked what type of cans they got it. Brian Marks, what's up, man? You'll see a lot of people tell you a lot of things, like about fuel and gas cans and all kinds of different shit. Most of them, I would say at least 90% of them, don't have a fucking clue. They're literally just repeating something they've read. They're repeating something somebody else has told them, but it's not from real world experience. Watching the guy who's removing ethanol from his gas storage and the fuel lasts for his findings 4 years so far. Yeah, the ethanol is the problem, right? Because it brings in moisture or attracts moisture. But that wouldn't be the case in a European, in a NATO jerry can. They can't fucking breathe. So it's not going to matter. I fill my cans very full, so there's very little air gap in them. And like they will literally swell up. I mean, like an inch or two they will bow out in the sun. And in the winter, they will suck in an inch or two. And it creates a vacuum. They do not off gas. If you smell gas in one of those cans, you have a pinhole leak someplace, it is worn through the side, or that gasket has gone bad. Storing metal cans off the ground, 2 years. Jars and lids. I've not had any problem finding jars and lids. What water filter should you get? Berkey or drops? Well, the water drops are going to be very inexpensive. It's going to be iodine most likely. You should definitely filter your water. Get a Berkey water filter. Every bit of water that we drink is through a Berkey. You'd be hard pressed to find one nowadays. It's deceptive. You will find a big Berkey, which is not big. I think they called it big because it was the second one in the line and it was the big one at the time. This here is the Royal or the Imperial. It holds 6.5 gallons of water in the top. And we use it all day long. No, I do not sell gas cans. We were bringing half of a semi-truck of gas cans in at a time and selling them out the same day. The same company still imports them. They charge you a lot more for the stupid nozzle that they make you use. The nozzle is fucking useless. You shouldn't be using a nozzle with your fuel cans anyways. Use a jiggler siphon. Water Drops is a brand of filter just like Berkey. Brian Marks. I'm going to go with it's fucking nothing like Berkey other than they've marketed that way. And I have never fucking heard of them. So, no idea, buddy. No idea there. And I mean, buy it. How are you going to know it works or doesn't work? I guess you'll know when you get sick, if you ever get sick. I mean, are you going to send it out to independent laboratory testing? I would go with the Berkey. Making their own Berkeys. You can totally make your own Berkey. Absolutely, you can. You could use 5-gallon buckets. You could use stainless steel pots and pans. All kinds of stuff you can make a filter out of. Took my Berkey apart last week and was surprised how not gross it was. Good, man. Good. Jen Griffin, how are you? Ryan Ray, got shipping right on, right on. So could I store gasoline in an old diesel tank if I cleaned it out? We used to live in a town and now have a homestead. Utterback, your issue is going to be water condensation in your fuel tank, especially if it's a single wall fuel tank and you don't have it in shade or with a cover over it. Can you? Yes. How big is it? And will you use that fuel before it goes bad? Your diesel tank won't have a breather on it in the same manner that the gas tank does. Your gas tank is supposed to have a breather vent, a pole basically, a pipe that sticks 6 feet above, and it's supposed to be vented taller than any obstacle next to it, like the roof line of a building or anything. I have a 550-gallon gasoline tank. It's single wall, and it has developed a lot of moisture in there. We're waiting on our filters still to come in that will pull water out. So we will still use that fuel. But the real fix is a double wall tank, because you don't have as much condensation because it has that air barrier on the inside. And then put it inside a structure or put a cover over it, and that will prolong it. Mold will grow inside the containers. I've never found any. All my chickens are sleeping in the coop now. Put a small solar light on a timer and a bowl with mealworms. Right on. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night. Look for we got a ton of stuff shipping. The new shirt is up on the website, and we're working. How are my fruit trees doing? I don't know. I water them every night. They look miserable. I don't really know how they're doing. All right, guys. Good night.